Hey everyone, it's Chef Case. Welcome back. Thank you for sending me all your recipes throughout the week. It was really difficult for me to choose one, but I'm most excited about Xavier's Jamaican goat curry. I love eating curry. I have never made a Jamaican curry, and I rarely work with or eat goat, so I'm really super excited about this. Got off work, hungry, ready to cook, ready to eat. So Xavier sent me a recipe, and based off of what I could get and what I have at home to cook with, we are gonna make. I'm gonna make the closest rendition I can of his curry. So the one ingredient I was worried about being able to find for this recipe was goat meat. I went to farmers market yesterday here in Brooklyn. Lynnhaven Farms. They do goat milk, goat cheese, goat feta. I was able to find this is what they call a stew cut. So it's like a 2 by 2 inch cut, bone in, of pretty much like all, really honestly, like the best cuts of the meat that's like the hardest to clean, really. Loins, legs, everything. Then we're going to use scallion. Xavier's recipe called for Scotch bonnet peppers, but I have some Thai bird's eye chilies, which are pretty much just as hot. A little bit different flavor profile, but heat is there. Onion. His recipe called for dry thyme. I have fresh thyme. Dried pimento chili. Jamaican curry powder. His recipe called for Maggi bouillon cube. I have liquid Maggi, which my English family swears by. Salt, pepper, and we're gonna make it happen. So I have this pan preheating. It's actually nice and hot right now. And so I don't exactly know how traditionally this dish is composed, but I'm going to do my best version of it. So I'm seasoning my goat right here. That's just salt, again, like 12 to 15 grinds on a pepper mill. And that oil's nice and hot. So I want to start with my protein first, the way that I was taught, to get a nice good sear on it. And that's going to get, nice color. Same way we did the scallops, caramelization on it. Oil's nice and ripping hot. This is when you want to go in. And you want that. Once again, don't overcrowd. Don't drop the whole bowl in at once. So this has been searing for maybe 3 minutes on rather high heat. And you're going to want to, if they don't move, once again, sear and release. If they don't move and you don't see that, that's what you're looking for. That nice, that's going to sear in all those juices. So just kind of rotate those around. And we're not going to take the time, because it's all going to stew anyways. We're not going to take the time to sear all the sides. Just really want to get that caramelization started. See all those little bones are getting nice. All that fat and that marrow. So another 2 minutes. See the color we're getting. The veg. You can slowly let those dry out the moisture on the onions and then eventually the sugar. So from here we're going to go just sprigs of fresh thyme so that I can pull them out in the end. I'm going to go a tablespoon of this harissa powder. And then I'm going to start with two tablespoons of that Jamaican curry powder. And then kind of get all that going and toasting. Kind of toast out those spices and aromatics and you'll start to really smell them going. And then, so Scotch bonnet. Instead of Scotch bonnet, we're going to do 2 bird's eyes and 2, thanks to Laura, dry orange peels, because the Scotch bonnet has a little bit different of flavor profile, a little bit more acidity. So we're going to try and throw those orange peels in there to try and balance out a little bit more sweetness, and see what happens. We're just using enough liquid. I'm using water. You can use chicken stock, veg stock. I'm just using water because it's neutral. And that was quite perfect. Really, you just want enough water to cover 3/4 of your protein. So if there's a little bit of your protein exposed on a short braise like this, it's going to be okay. And our curry really has just come up to a simmer. And it looks fantastic. Smells fantastic. And you can really start to see everything starting to marry together. I'm starting a little bit of jasmine rice on the side as well. Because Laura and I love jasmine rice. So at this point, you can see it has reduced down. I've turned off the heat. And now I am going to, and I'm very excited about this. This looks delicious. Because I didn't have the Maggi bouillon cube, I'm going to hit it with some of the Maggi, a little bit of liquid. 4 dashes. Sounds appropriate. So I think we're ready to go on this. This curry smells delicious. The meat, when you're doing a braise like this, you want it to really start to pull off the bone. So as soon as you can kind of start to grab a little bone or a little bit and it kind of pulls apart easily, that's when you know you're ready to go. So I'm gonna get some rice. And X, I hope I'm doing you honors with your recipe. This is, once again, my best try. So, just putting the final touches on our Jamaican curried goat, courtesy of Xavier, and I'm excited to eat this. Thank you everybody for sending your recipes. I hope we can do this again soon, and we will. I hope we'll all see each other again soon. And yeah, keep cooking, and thank you.